I don't really want to know how many hours I have spent standing around watching other people practice things. Although, to be fair, that is kind of part of the gig as a sports broadcaster. I spend a lot of time watching practices, but not because it is in a job description or part of a job requirement. I do it because I know it's what makes me best on game day. And I enjoy those hours. I've gotten used to those hours, but I don't think they would be considered billable hours. It's just what I know needs to be done to get the job done. If only I could give myself that much grace and understanding in some of the long-term projects that I'm working on. We all have those things, the things that have a longer horizon, the things that require developing new skills and don't show up as a success overnight. I've got something I'm working on that requires my time and attention at least 6 days a week, but the payoff might be 3 years down the road. I have another project that I'm working on I'm super excited about, but it could be months before I see a return on the time and the energy that I'm investing into it. And in the meantime, it feels like I'm not doing enough. It feels like I have nothing to show for it. At least that's what my ego's telling me. And when our ego gets involved and starts driving the conversation, it is rarely as productive as we would like it to be. Instead of letting our ego drive that conversation, here's what I'm going to propose to you instead. Look at an athlete and look at a sports team. Athletes deal with this all the time. We just forget when we see them performing at such a high level on game day that not only did they do the required practice and weight training and film study during the course of the week, but they did extra because the best always do that. And that really should be more of the framework for how we grow and develop a new skill. When we think about it that way, I get it that you'd like to have a win to show for it every week, but maybe just being consistent with your approach is enough for a win. Either way, looking at athletes and looking at teams turns the conversation to a different dimension. And that's what I want you to think about because sports can be useful. Sports can be useful as a jumping off point to bigger conversations and kind of a bigger thought process. So I want you to think about that for you and for your team because this could be a way that you encourage them to grow into something new and develop that skill set that will ultimately make them better when those big moments happen. If you would like more ways on how to make the correlation between sports and business conversations and career development, go to the website talksportytome.com.